So dealing with the full guard and no gi, it's generally a bit of a pain as far as the passing goes, mainly because it's slippery. I don't have any assets or purchase points to grab onto, so I only kind of use their body. One of the things I like to do is work what I call inside the box. So I always like to make sure that my elbows are inside the box, but what I see people do is when they go inside the box, they put their weight here and the hand goes and the head goes here, so they can kind of get broken down. So when I'm going inside the box, what I like to do is I like to actually make sure that my hips are going backwards, so there's pressure on the legs. And if she tries to break me down, she has to, does that make sense? So instead of kind of going, I'll go my weight and I'm here, now I'm going to get broken down really easy, is I get my frame in place and I take my butt down to my heels. I'm going to push off her stomach using my palms, saw my leg out to the side and start to put my knee in. And this is going to help to start to open up the guard. Now, I'm moving off center, I'm just not moving backwards. So again, so to me, it's hands. I'm not going hand high because I don't have the gi to stop it this time, so hands low. I bring my butt down to my heels, so I'm hunkering down nicer and I'm pushing off. So this is my purchase point. I'm going to go push off with my left hand, slide my left knee out, and I bring my right knee in. What I'm doing now is I'm going to push off both my hands and slide my butt back as far as I can. So it's hard for her to hold the guard. My elbow's pushing the legs out a fraction. I don't want to overcommit. Yeah, just kind of on the inside just a little bit. But I'm not letting go of the hips. But once the legs open, I'm still not letting go. So again, inside the guard, I get the purchase point. So I'm kind of below the floating ribs. I take my bottom down to my heels, so I'm crunching down nice and low. What I'm going to do is I'm pushing off the left hand, so as I come up, I'm going to go push. Left leg goes out wide, I'm off the center. My right knee goes in. What I'm doing is I'm sliding my butt backwards and I'm crunching down to open up the legs. Is everyone okay to try that? Okay, 1, 2, 3, to your back over here. So, when I'm in the guard, I have what I call flat feet. So I have flat feet. I don't come up on my toes. By default, I'm going to come forward. So I want to have my toes flat. Really important. Secondly is, can I just make it for a second? My right knee, I can't sit on my right knee. Like I can't sit on my right knee. So I always have my leg out. So you're going to find a way, if you have an injury, you find a way to sit. But I can't sit. That's about as far as I can go on my right knee. So I modify this by, instead of kind of putting my weight on my right knee, I spread my knees so I can actually get my hips lower to the ground. So I kind of develop more of a V here, so I can get my hips lower to the ground. But you'll make modifications as you go through. Okay, Emma. Inside the guard, flat toes. This is the second thing, this is, right? I want to make sure that I'm pushing and my elbows are making contact with her hips. I don't want them on the outside or inside, so here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to push predominantly with my left hand. I slide out to the side. I'm pushing with my right hand now to come through. So the initial push will be with my left hand. So I get my grips, my initial push will be with my left hand. So I'm pushing the left hip and that allows my knee to slide out. I now push with my right hand to keep her at bay. So it makes it a bit easier to open the guard. If I don't push my hip, she's going to follow me. Yeah. So the way that I do this is I generally go into the stomach. I find sometimes on the hip I don't get the purchase, so I'm normally here. So I'm going to go left, 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 left. Now I'm pushing off my right. Back. So I'm kind of going left push, right push, back push. If I'm having trouble, like if I'm here and I'm having trouble, I've just got a really strong guard, I'm having really trouble moving, is I slide my right leg backwards first. I bring my left leg in. So if I'm having trouble, like if she's got it, and I'm like trying to push my leg, she's like, no, I go right leg. I now that comes through. Now this is a really strong mechanic to open up the guard. Right, so if I can't move my left leg, so I'm low hips, I'm here, I'm pushing like man, like this really strong arm, just push onto my own leg. There's no weight on my right side, so I just keep my right leg straight. Come through, and you find that that'll help open up as well. Okay, so try both of those guys. I'll put the timer back on for 3 minutes. Yes, sir. Come through, you can feel. Okay, so let me explain. Anytime that I have distance, it can bring his elbows, knees, stretch his hips, yeah, right? So once I'm here, I lock you in position. So as I'm coming out to the side, push my right leg down, too strong, right leg. So now I'm going to start to get, and now, long legs. If I'm still having issues with the long legs, I'm going to back up and make a big V from here. Now, I start with my knee through the middle. Right, so my knee goes through the middle. And all I'm going to start doing is push the knee. If I can't get my knee to this, his legs are super strong. I'm having issues like my short legs, I go back. So, 1 by 1, push, turn over. 3, push, turn over. So all I'm going to do is start to slide backwards. So now, I start to use my assets. Once I've kind of gone past, I've exhausted moving backwards. You see now I'm too far away from the arm bar, triangle, omoplata. So if I get to stage that like I'm kind of going, the legs should open, man. The legs should open, man. Okay, squat. Now start to push it down. This should only be a micro part that's holding it together now, not a big lock. Okay, change partners, 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense? Going to initiate the guard pass. So I've got my full guard, hands on the hip, start to slide backwards, boom, 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 opens up my leg. So one of the first things that happens is I'm going to try and rescue. The most common thing that I do is people go and try and grab to the half guard. It's the most, like you know, because you're moving that leg's established, so they're going to try and rescue what we call half guard. And whether they go knee shield in front, whether they go knee shield behind, their job is to try and capture this leg to stop you from getting out of the guard. So this is the most common response you're going to get at like white to blue belt level. And again, so what you're going to find is we're in the full guard. As Emma attacks my hips and wrong sides backwards, they're going to go, okay, I'll catch the half guard. And for me, I'm not going to have my guard open because she can pass the guard. I'm going to go and try and squeeze it up. What Emma's going to do from here, okay, this is called a wrestler's guard pass. She's going to drive her hand under my leg and drop her head to my shoulder. Sorry, drop her shoulder to my stomach. Your head. I thought I knew this. Your head to my shoulder. Sorry. It's easier shoulder to my stomach, not head to my shoulder. Okay? So what we're going to do from here is this. She's going to cup her hands together and she's going to start to squeeze her hands. At the same time, she extends her leg. So if I leave my leg there, I get a knee bar. Because like if I'm sitting up to hold my leg. So what you're going to find is that as she does it, I'm going to go, it's a knee bar, I'm going to disconnect. This is a hard part. Back step, re-step. So straight over onto mount. Yeah, cross your legs, the bib style. And now it's this horrible mount position. She's milking this, right?
You got him, man.
Good job, mate. So let me explain. Once we get to the half guard position, right, the hardest part is getting that hand under, because they're going to be here. So what we're going to do is think about this ways. You're going to pinch your left knee to your right knee. I'm going to turn your knees away. That will start to create space. So now there's, yeah. So as you dive through, now what we're going to do is the person on the bottom, you're going to kick your legs together, and Emma's got her hands locked in. So what she does is she keeps the pressure here, squeezes the hands and slowly drops the hips down. You're going to turn to rescue. She's going to drive up. So see how she's got my leg pinned? So what she does, as she climbs over, she's got this little area where she can climb on her legs. What you're going to find is that people are going to fade, Do not lift your head, just keep slowly climbing up. Keep slowly climbing up. Keep slowly climbing up. You don't end up with this really good position, both to head arm, to more or arm bar, because I can't fight the drive. So from the half guard, she knee pinches, turns the knee, hands comes under, we're here. So she comes her hands together, this grip's better. So she's going to try and drive her left elbow to the ground, and now slowly show that, now just go slightly, so you can see my legs caught, so that's knee bump. So I get my leg out. She brings the legs over. Now, this is the common thing, is I'm going to frame. All you're going to do is start to straighten out, and start to straighten out. So as I'm trying to frame, you're going to end up with the elbow and you're bringing it home but horrible way tonight. Just a minute, they're going to try and bridge, but of course you've got their feet pinched together, they can only kind of do that, so you don't have to post, just keep climbing up. Okay.